one more time. For 2. You raged pretty hard that night. It was fucking hilarious.
Fucked up. That's kind of creepy. Don't do.
Yeah, I quit out of Ark. I've been addicted lately. I put my crystal Wyvern baby away because I want to get 100% imprint on it. Yeah, I quit out of Ark. I've been.
Oh, welcome to the stream. I am required to talk by contract, and if I do not talk, the gun that is right next to my head will fire off. I am being held hostage. Please call the police.
Blink 3 times if you're in trouble.
This is an audio podcast, you shit!
Just wink louder.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Just like it. You all ready to play?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What happened last session?
Well, let me think. We fought a huge bitch. We burnt down. Saved my son from asphyxiating after taking way too long. We fought a huge bitch. Kind of burnt down his house. Good fucking riddance. It was a shitty house anyway. Also now he's homeless. LOL. Don't steal my son. Almost asphyxiated my son, but I'm not going to tell anybody that. Because I took too long to cast Identify. We ended up flying back real quick after the battle. After almost getting mauled by a bunch of fucking dogs, which were not as tough as we thought they were. We ended up flying, or at least Arvio did, ended up flying back and getting Dymek back in the safe hands. Then all of y'all decided to randomly attack a random passerby, which, you know, technically turned out to be exactly who you thought it was. But everybody was kind of regretful for that, and that was a little bit my fault because metagame bullshit. And the following morning, Ava gave the most sudden ultimatum, which probably shouldn't have been given to Arvio 5 minutes after he to which Arvio shot her down very quickly. After which I went down to breakfast, and that's all I remember because it's been a minute. Am I missing anything?
And Leah went to see Ava after everyone decided that's probably a good idea.
Arvio almost killed his kid by dispel magic.
I don't remember. That you didn't see that. Nobody saw that. That didn't happen, and you will never know it happened.
We got it on video.
Actually, I'm talking about the characters. You will never know. I almost murdered my son.
That was funny though.
That was the most. Are you sure? And I'm like, well, you see, not anymore.
So you see, I said I would never kill a kid. I didn't say I would stop you guys from killing a kid.
just that "Are you sure?" moment was just
that was pretty gold.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
That
Well,
would be a very big kick in the nuts.
if nobody has anything else to add, Leah,
Mhm.
you get up from the table, and it is moderately busy in here. It's not a big town, but people do stop by. The regulars to get something to drink and eat before they head out for a day's work. You make your way across, not really paying attention to what anybody's saying, but there's definitely a lot of chattering and clinking of forks on dishes or silverware on dishes. Every so often, a thump as somebody puts down a mug. You turn and you make your way up the creaky stairs to the hallway, which stretch down. You're not really sure how far, but there's a window at the other side, and there's doors left and right of you, knowing which door is the one that Ava should currently be behind. You walk up to it and knock on the door,
Mhm.
stand there for a couple seconds, and there's absolutely no answer.
I attempt to open the door.
Does Ava lock her door?
Yes.
All right, so you go to open the door, and it does not budge.
Okay. Let's see what I can do about that. Without trying to, I'm not trying to break it. Ah, pa, 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 pa. Um, how big of a gap is there between the floor and the door on the bottom?
A fairly decent sized one. These doors are not very well fitted.
So would you say a frog would squeeze underneath?
Possibly.
Can I make a gut check to make sure?
Sure.
Okay. It was wisdom, right?
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Cyrus just looking something up.
Mhm.
You've seen frogs squeeze into tight spaces before, but whether or not you are confident that you would fit under this gap under the door, you're just not sure. Certain.
I'll give it a go anyway. I use wild shape to turn into a small frog.
Okay, you are all of a sudden a very small frog, and you make your way up to the crack, and you kind of gauge it up a little bit, and you start to like put your head in there. You definitely have to like collapse your body and push
Mhm.
yourself through. It takes a couple of seconds, but you do, after a struggle, plop in on the other side.
Do I see Ava?
No, you do not.
Is the window open?
Give me a perception check.
Okay, will do.
If I remember correctly, you did go out the window, right, Eva?
Oh, you're talking about the previous night?
No, you woke up and you felt very compelled to go out.
Oh,
and
yes,
pick
yes,
food off the
yes,
ground.
yes.
Okay. So yeah, you're kind of looking around. You're looking at the bed. It's kind of hard to tell from your perspective,
Mhm.
being a small frog on the floor, but it does look like the window's open. But you can't really see on top of the bed either.
I would attempt to jump on something higher, like a chair, if there is one in the room, and kind of just look around the room in general.
Okay, you hop your way over to a little nightstand that has a candle sitting on it. Does not look to have been used too much. You can give me a dexterity. It's pretty
Mhm.
high for a small frog, but you can try to jump up there.
Nope.
Yep. So you jump up and you just like headbutt right into the side of it and then plop down on the ground. And for a second, you're kind of laying there on your back with your 4 frog legs kind of, squirming around until you flip over.
Okay. I see. So I'm still on the floor, right? I didn't get it
Yep.
up there. Okay.
Yeah, you're still on the floor.
Well, I don't see. From. So you're saying I'm not seeing the bed from where I am?
Not necessarily. It's
Okay, then.
against the wall, so you can like see the edge of it, but you can't see if she's on it like against the wall or anything.
Okay, I'll turn back into Leah then from Wild Shape inside the Ava's room.
Okay, you're now yourself.
Yeah. Can I see anything that I wasn't able to see as a frog?
The top of the bed looks completely empty. It looks like she just threw the sheets to the side, got out. She is nowhere in here. It does seem odd though that the door is closed and it got that piece of wood going across the bar to door.
Hmm. Is there like anything on the table, like any letter, anything left behind her or something, or is it just like is the room clear and nothing in there whatsoever?
There might be a few of her personal belongings kind of just hanging out here, but there's nothing that stands out like a letter or anything like that.
Hmm. I walk up to the window and kind of look out to see if I can see her or any clues as to where she could be.
Okay, give me another perception check.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too difficult. You kind of look out. It does take you a minute to realize what you're looking at, but you do see what looks like Ava is just out there, bent over, picking stuff up off the ground and putting it right into her mouth.
It is a first floor, right?
No, it's second floor.
Oh, it's second floor. Oh god.
Jump. Do it. Break your ankles.
Leah did that once as a wolf, and it didn't end up well for her. So I want to think like she learned her lesson not to jump from those heights. So yeah, I'll unlock the door and walk down and just kind of go around as to where Ava is.
All right, so you make your way out the door, back down the hallway,
Mhm.
down the stairs, through the
Yep.
crowd, out the front door. You work around to the side. Familiar because you guys spent a lot of time here trying to find tracks when Ava's kid was first taken. But there you see Ava just kind of walking around, looking at the ground. Every so often, she'll like scratch it with her boot and then bend over, pick something up with her hand, and stick it in her mouth.
Can I see what exactly is she doing? Like, what's she speaking, or can I see it?
You give me another perception check. Ava, you want to give me a sleight of hand?
Yes. Sorry, my sheet isn't open. Sleight of hand.
Nope. Yeah, all you can tell is she just seems to be scratching along, kind of looking for something with her foot, and it seems like she'll find something and then pick it up and put it in her mouth. You can't tell what she's looking for though.
I kind of just squat next to her and be like, Ava, you okay? You want
Fine.
to have a breakfast with us?
Oh, breakfast is good. I like
Well,
breakfast.
then come along then. There's a fresh food inside.
Plenty of food here.
I mean, I guess, but oh, for certain animals at least. And like just kind of look around. I'll probably just see grass and small insects and everything around me. That's
Yep, that's all you see.
Hmm.
She keeps,
Well,
she just
everyone.
keeps pecking it, picking something up and throwing it in her mouth.
Okay. Well, everyone is slightly worried about you, and I guess kind of want to talk to you. So, you want to go now, or do you want to join us later, maybe?
I'll come later.
Okay, I'll let
Eat your
them know where
breakfast.
you are.
I'll let you
Okay,
know when I'm
thank you.
done.
All right, bye. And I just come back inside and join the table again.
Okay, Ava, as Leah starts to walk away, you kind of give one more glance at the back of her, and you feel very compelled to run over and grab a little bit of hair at the neck and yank it out. You don't have to. You
Just
feel
no,
very
just a
compelled
sec.
to.
I gotta roll something real quick. No, she does it.
Okay, so Leah, as you start heading back in towards the group, you feel a very sharp pain as you turn around and see Ava has like a little clump of your hair in her fingers, pulling it back away from the back of your neck.
Can I
And
roll insight?
she starts looking at it really intently and then eats it.
Can I roll insight just kind of to see what the hell is going on? Also, did I take any damage from that?
No, you did not. And yes,
Okay.
you can roll insight.
Okay. And they said I was weird.
Give me a nature check as well.
Okay.
You've seen this behavior before in certain type of avian-like creatures, but you're
Okay.
not really sure what's going on with Ava.
Uh-huh.
And Ava turns back around and starts picking at the ground again.
Huh. Um. Okay. I'll still go back inside. Now slightly upset though.
All right. So you walk back in, maybe giving a couple glances just to make sure she doesn't run up behind you again, and make your way in through the front door. You notice that Galen kind of gives you a look, and when he notices who you are, he just goes back to what he's doing. But you make your way over to the group, still sitting at the table.
You can kind of see Leah being visibly upset. I
Say
think
Arvio is gathering up flapjacks to bring up to the room when you come in.
there's something really wrong with Ava. I haven't known her for that long, but what she's doing currently does not seem to be, well, I guess average behavior.
Yes.
She just pulled my hair. She just pulled my hair, and then she's looking for something in the grass. And then I went to her room, and she locked the door. But when I managed to get inside, she wasn't there, and the window was open, and I saw her. So that's why I went to check on her. And well, she's looking for something in the grass, and I kind of just look. She pulled my hair. Oh, I don't know. I couldn't see. She seems to be a bit, I don't know, secretive about it. Kind of picking something up, I guess. I asked her if she wants something to eat, but she said, "Oh, there's plenty of food around, and she'll join us later." Uh,
It's probably something in the cabbages. It was probably a parasite.
I don't know, but if you want to talk to her, you can go now. I don't want to lose any more of my hair.
Frankly, I already had my run-in with her for my entire day. Frankly,
Did you lose any hair?
no.
Exactly. Yeah, he's being very petty about it.
I'll come back to you later. We'll return to this. Wait a minute. Could maybe this is why she did that weird shit this morning? I don't know. Well, she dragged me into her room and was like, "You need to choose either Umima or me," and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" She does seem to fancy me, but I was like, really hoping that we could just be friends. I don't know, man. I just want a friend that is a woman that doesn't want to jump on my bones. And I was like, Ava seems like a really good friend. And then she was like, hey, now you need to choose between this woman you've been loyal to for like 2 fucking years and or me. Don't worry, we can take Dimec too. And I was,
Wait a minute. You've been loyal to for 2 years? How old is Dymac?
2 years.
Okay.
Roughly? Now, okay, look, how about we go with roughly 2 years? I'm not really sure on the months. Although I do know that about the time.
Awen just has a concerned look as you're explaining your details on your relationship with your, he assumes your wife.
A lot's happened. A lot has happened. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you all for that. I know that we've been traveling around for a while, but I really feel the need to repay all of you, because otherwise I wouldn't have. Well, multiple times over, I wouldn't have either the woman I love or the son I quite hold dear. And Grim, I've never really asked you exactly if you ever wanted anything. So, when you started adventuring, what were you really out for? Is there anything that I could possibly, help you obtain at all? Well, I mean, if you want to come to me later, then that's fine. I know. I know what you mean. But, well, that's going to get solved anyway, so I really don't count that as a favor to you. That's more of a mutually beneficial thing. That'd be very cheap, I feel. No, I don't. If that's. You could see him kind of go, well, if that's what you want to do, I know I've been quite bothersome with the people I care about, so I guess this is fair. I will do what I can to help that situation. Oh, I don't want to, but I will. We can go for a 2-for-1. That being said, what about you, Awen and Leah? Is there anything that I could potentially, long-term wise, if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, it's kind of just stuffing her mouth, so I guess Ewan can go first.
Well, if you get the do I have bending? Can I just patch it back in?
Well, I mean, in a sense, I really don't have anything worth going for other than to help you guys, because you all saved my life from being killed up in the forest. I would say the only goal that I would probably say that I would want to go for is to find somebody that I can help train. My family's pretty deeply rooted with fighting styles and stuff like that, and we trained a bunch of nobles. But really, other than that, that's about it.
Well, consider this a favor that you can put in your back pocket, I suppose. Use for later if you like.
I find you guys a little bit more interesting than the last group that I was with. Yeah.
I suppose we have a touch more interesting than cadavers.
I mean, you guys are a little bit more of a ragtag group that I haven't came across in a long time. I've been on the road for quite a while now. I've seen a lot of stuff, but what you guys are doing, I don't know. Just something about it tells me I should follow you. Seems like something interesting will happen. I don't know. Well, I mean, we're all here to pick each other back up, regardless of what happened.
So long as nobody else leaves.
Yeah,
Lost
you
somebody.
guys kind of have that vibe that you either lost somebody dear or you guys split ways. I couldn't really pinpoint what was going on. Didn't feel like it was right.
It's
Hmm.
both. I just want a friend that doesn't walk away. I'm very glad you're here, Grim.
You know, you guys said you were in a desert. Can I ask where? Like, how far have you guys traveled to get all the way up in the freaking forest? Like,
Oh,
Yeah, we were okay. The where we originally meant was up north, and then fuckery, and then we were in the desert, and then we traveled across the Ivory Sea, and then we ended up like in the mountains somewhere, and then we teleported to the middle of the forest where we met you, Awen.
hmm.
Oh, and Leah, both of yous. Sorry.
You guys have no way of getting back to where you were before, or are you guys heading back there now? Like, what were you guys doing in the forest in the beginning? I know you teleported, is what you said. Oh yeah, that's right. You guys were looking for a place to stay, from last I recall.
No, but I do have a.
Oh,
That being said, the spell that was used to teleport us was a teleportation circle, so I could, from at this point forward, I could start keeping track of whatever, teleportation circles we find, so that we can, skedaddle across the continent very quickly. Yeah.
Is there any check that I can make? No, never mind. Never mind. Ignore that.
you sure?
Yeah, it's player knowledge versus character knowledge is what I was going for, but that's metagaming. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute, would my character know this? Hmm? Well, I mean, the only thing I would say, I know a little bit of magic, and would I know anything about wizards being against other people using their shit? Would that be a gut check or?
Using their stuff as in.
Coming and going out of their home or something like that, or using them for yeah, just never mind. It's metagaming. This is absolutely metagaming.
What
Just
are you talking
screw it.
about?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
It's also something that's very dependent on the particular person.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's not generally something that all wizards feel
Mm-hmm.
such and such way.
I just want pancakes.
Just want pancakes.
Please.
You say as you're holding a hand of them, you collect it for a Dimec.
Yeah, I'm still balanced. I've been doing the balancing act for like Dimec and Omima. Okay, I'll be back. I'll carry the 2 servings up.
DM, how long does a ritual last to change my packed weapon?
Rituals, I
hour?
believe, are 10 minutes.
Alright, well, I'm gonna spend some time. Like, I'll actually go out, either sit outside, sit down and meditate or something like that, or sit underneath the tree that was outside and change my pack weapon to the 9 life stealer. That's what I'll do.
Right.
I'll tell Grim or something. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go step out and clear my mind for a bit. I'm not. I'll just be outside.
Okay, you head outside, and as you get outside, you kind of find the streets are a little bit busy, so you make your way off to the side, and you find somewhere to sit down and meditate on that. But you notice something very strange. You see Ava kind of just walking around, gathering up what looks like twigs, and then walking over to the shaded area by the tavern and just dropping them, and then going out and finding more twigs.
I'll just keep it in my mind and just kind of watch a little bit. And then just do my meditation and change it. Just keep
Okay.
note of what she's doing.
If you're keeping note, she's just picking up sticks and taking them, dropping them in the pile. You do notice at some point she like tries to organize them, stands there and looks at them, and then walks away and starts grabbing more sticks. But outside of that, Grim, what are you gonna do as you watch RVO and Awen leave? All right, and Leah.
I'll follow Arvio.
Okay, well, Arvio, you make your way across the semi-crowded room, past all the noise, up the stairs, down the hallway, and through the door that
Can I grab? I know I have already ascertained pancakes. Can I grab with my tail a bottle of maple syrup or something?
Sure, you walk by, and as somebody's not looking, you kind of just wipe your tail over and hook it onto the handle. It's a little difficult to carry it. Your tail's not made for really carrying things, but you are somewhat dragging it behind you.
Pancaking with style. Let's go. Then up it like dunk 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 dunk. Yeah, totally got.
All right, so yeah, you make your way up. You do notice Leah is following you, if that matters to you.
I kind of like turn around. It's like, hi, do you need something?
Can we talk? Like face to face?
Sure, but my arms are getting tired. I have been holding these pancakes for 5 minutes.
I open my room's door and walk
Okay.
inside.
I walk in, the maple syrup dragging behind me, making a really loud.
You can put those things on the desk here for now. It won't take too long, I promise.
I swear to God, they're gonna get cold. But yes, sure.
So did you really mean what you said at the table? Like you give stuff? Anything we want?
I help you achieve your goals, yes, because you saved my son.
Oh, well, what can you do?
Well, I'm a diviner, so I can probably help you find things. Beyond that, I
Even
know-
people? Can you
Yes.
find people?
I can.
Oh, okay. How do you do it?
Okay, well, I have a little spell called Scrying. I just learned it recently. One moment, let me get you how this works. I don't have all the components for this yet, so I can't do it right now. But no, I'm just going to post that right there so I can read through this. Because it's a lot. Well, it would depend on how well I know the person.
Oh, what if you don't know the person at all?
That's going to make it very difficult for me to locate them.
Oh,
But if you had something of theirs, I could, still scry on them and get you the general, like, the
Mm,
location that they're in, maybe?
um, is the letter enough? Like written by the person?
It could be, but I'm still lacking the components to do this. I would need a crystal ball or a silver mirror worth at least
Okay,
a
well,
thousand gold pieces.
okay. Well, if we manage to find those, will you give it a try?
Oh, absolutely.
Yay! Okay.
Great.
Go and
Well,
enjoy your food. Sorry for taking your time.
now my
Bye.
question.
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh no.
Who is this person you're looking for?
Um it, it is a very special person to me. I'm not sure if I can really get into details just quite yet.
Well, the more I know, the more I can help you. I may not even need spells to help locate this person.
Um I need to make a gut check.
Yes, you do.
Let me think about it, okay? We'll catch up later if that's okay.
Okay, cool. This time taking the syrup and putting it in like the bottle and like putting it like under his arm.
I'll open the door for you.
Thank you. We'll talk later. And I will make my way over to the room, and I really hope that the fucking pancakes are cold.
And I'll just stay in the room.
All right, so you stay behind Leah, Arvio. You make your way out, down a couple doors to your room. You kind of have to juggle the pancakes to get in, almost tipping them over, but you manage to open the door. As you do so, you see Jemima sitting there on the edge of the bed, and you see a little figure run over towards you that yells out, "Daddy!" and it gives you a hug around your leg.
Oh my god, speaking, I'm gonna die. hey, hey, son, you want breakfast? He doesn't even know what to say. This is the first word to hear, and he's like, ah! I bought pancakes.
He looks up at you and says, "Food, food," and kind of holds
Yes.
out his hand.
Yes, food. I'm going to put it. Do we have like a table that he can sit on?
Yeah.
We're going to make sure he does proper manners. So I'm gonna go sit him over at the table.
All right. So as you take them over and you're setting them down, and you're putting the pancakes out, you kind of reach back, bending over, you grab the syrup and put it up there. You feel a hand on your shoulder, and you look up to see Jemima just standing there, staring at Dymek, smiling. And it's good to hear him talk.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh.
So what do we do now?
Well, a lot.
Didn't you say you want to stay here?
I do.
But didn't you also say that that thing got away?
I did. I think that thing got away. But I know that traveling is a little bit hard on you. I'm not. I hate making you two away. I would really love to just settle down somewhere. But with things being as they are, that's really not possible right now. Also, this town doesn't even have a library. I think I might have just been really rash with that one. And I don't think either of us are going to be happy without one, unless we build one. But
I wouldn't mind doing that. I'm just worried if that thing comes back.
that's true. And then there's also the hell stuff.
But you still have not fully explained to me.
Okay. So what the? I thought I did. I'm sorry.
I mean, I know you went and contracts were made, but how did they find you, and how do they know about me?
That I'm not sure of. But as far as how they're finding me, I imagine it's the contract and their terms. And I kind of like whisper in her ear. Okay, they kind of wanted me to kill a child, but I'm totally not down for that, like at all. For obvious reasons. So they also wanted to do some evil, terrible things with evil, like artifacts. And as far as like the lineage goes, I'm sure that the Hells have plenty of informants, as well as plenty of things that can sense magic and lineages like that. If we were to get into specifics, I would need, again, access to a library.
Well, didn't the witches? I don't know. I thought they said something about that they could answer 2 questions or something.
I imagine it was something. I imagine that was a question to Grim, though, if I remember correctly. Sure, they could answer 2 questions, but they made it sound like Grim was the one that needed to be asking it. That being said, these are also the same witches that held the information to our son literally hostage.
It's true.
Okay, well, let's think.
And she kind of takes some of the pancakes and starts eating them.
Well, I know that my grandfather is technically the ruler of the 8th Circle and definitely very interested, much like me actually, very interested in, magic and the arcane and all that fun stuff. I wonder if they would have connections to the 8th Circle, actually.
If who would?
The guy we made a contract with. But then again, I don't know the politics of hell.
Yes, it is a very confusing place from what I can remember.
Oh, yes. I think we specifically went into the 3rd Circle, where it's an endless swamp that rains acid constantly. It was very unpleasant.
It sounds very unpleasant.
Yes, and then we got dragged to the city because we entered through a portal, and that's no good.
Well, if you got dragged to the city, why not just go back in the portal and wait to be dragged back to the city?
That's a fun, an interesting point. But then here's the weird thing. If we enter through the River Styx, we won't be hunted in the same way. They don't like us entering through that way. So we would need to so in order to even get to where we were and kick this devil's ass, don't say that word.
He looks up at you and he's just shoving food into his mouth.
Attaboy. Okay. We would need to enter a higher circle, then go down there, and then do what we need to do.
Well, I guess you should talk to the others then, or whoever's going with you, and come up with some plan. Are we leaving the town soon?
I think so, but I think I would like to purchase a carriage this time. That way we can travel a little bit more comfortably. That way the horses will take the brunt of the walking, not us.
Well, we are at the side of the sea. Perhaps we also get a ship and go that way as well.
Would be an idea. We'll probably be gathering up some maps real soon. Do you want me to pick you up any books at the store? Just something to do on the ride.
No, I'm fine for now, but thank you.
Okay. I'll go converse with the others. Oh, and Ava's acting really weird. You might want to stay away from her.
I've already been doing that.
That's a great idea. I'm going to do that from now on as well because she did some stuff this morning that I really don't approve of. And if I were to talk about it right now, I would use words that I do not want Dymek ever speaking.
I would. It would make me happy if you avoided her. And she gives you like a stern look.
Yes, I agree. I am going to talk with my teammates that do not include Ava. Good. Enjoy the flapjacks. Good. Love you. Bye. And I close the door.
As you're quickly trying to get out, you hear Dymek say, "Bye, Daddy."
Bye, son.
All right, so you head back down, and as you kind of trying to head down, you pass by. You see Grimm's door open. He's in there, just packing up his pack and ready to travel. Where did you go, A1?
I kind of just went outside by the tree.
That's right. You were changing your weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just see Grimm just packing his pack. You wish to say anything?
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, Grim, can I ask a couple of questions before we leave? One, can we pick up like a carriage or something so that, well, Amima and Dymek don't have to walk so much? And me by proxy. We totally do. Also, I figure once we hit the general store, obvious statement is obvious. We should probably pick up some maps so that we actually know where we're going. We could do a boat. Maybe we should make this. Maybe we should make this. Sorry, still early. We should make this decision after we get a map. Absolutely. I'll just wait for you then.
I just imagine Arvio standing there talking, and he stops and sticks his head out and goes, "Eh." Just mid sentence.
Just mid sentence bleats. One, sorry, that's the code one.
Like he had a stroke while he's
No,
talking.
I just have a really high stress lifestyle, and it gets to
Your
me
blood
so-
pressure's kicking up with all that fucking syrup.
Oh my god, I'm old. I say at the ripe old age of how old is RVO? 25. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be dead
Well-
soon, Grim. I'm dying.
You remember Grimm that Awen went outside, and as far as you know, Ava's still out there. I think Arvio, you would know that Leah was still in her room.
By the way, where did Ava run off? I figure we got. I'll be honest, I'm still very uncomfortable around Ava. I just. Ugh. Because she's acting really weird. Where is she anyway? Oh. I walk into your room and I look up.
Wait a
That's
minute.
true. I walk through the room and I look out his window.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
You walk into Ava's room and look out?
I walk into Grimm's room because I'm talking to her.
Okay. You look out the window. He was on the opposite side, so you're looking out just to an empty field.
Okay. No, I'm just seeing if Ava's out there. Oh, okay. I go across the hall.
All right, you go across. You open Ava's door, remembering what Leah told you. You look out, and you can see the tree that that Awen's sitting at, doing something, and you can see Ava out there is currently kind of like next to the tavern in the shade, and it looks like she's taking a bunch of sticks and trying to weave them together.
Would there be any effect that would happen while I'm attuning to a packed weapon?
No, you'd be concentrating on it.
Okay, gotcha.
And now Arvio is curious.
Yeah,
Will be...
as long as it took Arvio and you remember to talk, you're done.
I will be right back. I'll meet you in front of the tavern. And I cast invisibility.
Okay.
Arvia just disappears in front of you.
But you hear no response.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Leah, what are you doing?
Sitting on the bed and reading the same letter for like 100th time.
Okay. As you're, like, 4th time through it this morning alone, you hear a knock on your door.
Yes?
It's you, Grim.
Oh, okay. Just give me a minute. And I just pack everything up and get ready and go.
Alright, and, so you two make your way outside, and you look over, and actually, Awen, I will change it up for you. You see Awen, he has this sword that you guys have not seen him with before, and he seems to be practicing with it, going through different like combat stances and different attacks and stuff, but he just seems so focused into the blade. And otherwise, you see Ava, who is currently trying to weave together a bunch of sticks. And did you just walk down, Arvio?
And unseen, I'm going to go check what Ava is doing.
Okay, she is just hanging out next to the tavern in the shade. Looks like she's trying to take sticks and wrap them together so they won't come apart on each other. And as you stand there, she kind of got almost like a crescent shape basket almost made out of sticks.
Okay, that's fucking... I was like, he's thinking this. He's not saying it out loud because that'd be stupid. Okay, that's fucking weird. Does this come across as, like, witchery? Because she's been acting super weird.
Give me an Arcana check.
I will do that. I will roll an 18 plus 9.
Right.
27.
You're sitting there kind of... You've seen spells that have done things like this. Never to this extent, though. They usually don't last this long, and they're not this complex. But you have seen spells that have kind of made people not act like themselves.
I was talking about the thing that she was making, but sure.
Oh, no. It just looks like a half basket at this point.
Okay, I'll go back. I'll
Alright.
go back in front of the tavern and just poof, I'm here now. Materializes.
I will say between your conversations you had, getting your stuff packed and things, at this point, Awen, you will have come to completion, and that is now your packed weapon.
All right.
You've focused your energy into it and magically enhanced it. But the rest of you find yourselves standing in front of the tavern.
Eating breakfast inside. Also, I'm pretty sure that Ava is under the influence of a spell, though I've never seen something like that act in... You know, it usually is done by now. I could... I think, one moment. I need to remember what spells I have. It's been a while. Yes. Probably. Yes.
So you guys head over to where Awen is. Join up with him.
So what's the plan, guys?
Well, Ava's probably under the influence of a spell, so I'm gonna slap her with some Dispel Magic and see what happens.
Yeah, she was collecting sticks when I came out here and organizing them and kind of an OCD way, I guess.
Yeah, she seems to be making a basket.
Yeah. You guys are basically, there's the tavern, and there's this big open, almost like a field. I mean, it's not that big, and there's the trees on the other side, and you guys are just hanging out under those trees, so you can look across the green and you can see the tavern and Ava.
So you see Ava put it down on the ground and then start walking in circles around it, looking down at it, and kind of cocking her head to the side. And then she goes off to go grab more sticks.
Can I make can I make a gut check to see if Leah would connect the dots, and does that look like something that the chicken would do?
Sure, you can give me a
You
gut
say
check.
the same thing.
Like,
She's
wisdom,
turning
yeah.
into a chicken.
Okay.
Yep, wisdom. I mean, you guys have had a lot of strange occurrences happen from since you got here. Dealt with a lot of magical stuff. I believe you were part of the conversation that.
Yeah, I was there. I just didn't want to take part in actively giving them blood, but I was there.
So, I mean, if you wish to make that jump, you can, but there's not like any solid dots that would bring you to that.
Okay,
It'd be a number
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it was just like, especially with the head movement, it was like, is that something that chicken does? But if you say there's not enough evidence, then Leah wouldn't make a suggestion.
Well, from your observation earlier, it is
Uh-huh.
very avian-like behavior.
Hmm.
You've exactly seen birds kind of do stuff like that.
Okay. I would kind of just look at others and remember, like, Ava killed a bird. Remember?
Yeah, chicken.
Yeah. Could this be like a punishment of some sort?
Why would it be a punishment for killing a chicken?
I mean, I guess. I mean, like, if you look what she does, isn't that like kind of what birds usually do?
Huh.
Kinda. I was thinking the same thing to a point. I just
hadn't
hope
thought
she
of that
doesn't
one.
lay an egg.
It-
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, what if she's turning into a chicken? What if that's how they get replaced for chicken?
Yeah, no. Yeah. You're familiar
Oh.
with magic that you know that won't happen.
I'm familiar. Okay. I will admit, I have inspected this situation up close, and it's still weird shit.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit odd.
Look, I don't really understand what kind of magic these witches use. The way they cast their stuff, it's weird. That's fair. Do I need to talk to... I'm gonna need to talk to her. Okay. Approach chicken lady.
Right, Ava, as you're still out looking around trying to find more sticks, you notice Arvio walk up to you.
Hey, you're gonna help me find sticks? Or
Maybe.
wait. Did you leave her?
No.
What?
Assuming we could all hear this.
Yes.
Then why are you here? Why are you here?
Because you're acting weird. You're acting like a chicken.
No, I'm not.
Then why are you collecting sticks?
Why aren't you collecting sticks?
Don't turn this around on me, young woman. I swear to God.
Perfectly reasonable thing to do.
Okay, why are you collecting sticks?
Why aren't you?
Well, why is that? Stop asking my questions with a question. Are you making a nest?
I'm making a comfortable place to sit. need more padding.
Can you come here for 1 moment?
Why?
Uh,
Are you leaving her? You gonna come with me?
oh, for fuck's sake. I'm just gonna walk right up to her and slap her with a 5th level dispel magic. I don't care. I'm not having this conversation anymore.
Ava,
I might be. Stop being weird. I smack her upside the head. Stop it.
Ava, as Arvio walks up and smacks you, you feel attacked, and you oddly want to fly backwards while lashing out with your talons.
So
Does the spell
Arvio,
magic
as you slap her, she jumps back and attempts to kick you with both of her feet.
And then you feel compelled to run while flapping your arms, trying to get away.
And Ava turns around and screams loudly and flapping her arms wildly, flailing her arms wildly at the side, goes running around the corner.
Okay, but did my dispel magic take?
Does you don't seem to get the feeling that your dispel magic latched onto anything, no.
I walk back to the rest of the group. So good news, I just burned a 5th level spell slot and it didn't do jack shit. Alternate idea. It's not. It's probably a curse. And dispel magic doesn't take care of curses. Remove curse does. I know it's weird that these are two separate things, but they are. We would probably need somebody with clerical magic to take care of that.
I can remove curse.
You can remove curse?
Mhm.
Well, okay, well, I have hold person, so this...
I can
Oh,
catch
let
her
me-
too.
Do we know that this is a curse, though?
We don't, but this is... Do you have a better idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, but are they gonna be like, well, to get the questions you need, do you need to answer these questions 3? And it's just...
I mean, there's a temple here. From
There is this temple, yes.
we can go and ask them to see if they can help her. See if that would fix anything.
Ironically, for once, I am way more comfortable going into a temple than I am going into talking to these arcane ladies. This is the only time I'm ever going to say this, probably.
Yeah, well, the reason why I was saying that not going to talk to the witches is because if this happened to her, it can happen to us, and there's no need for that to happen again.
Yeah, and I think I'm all witched out.
I mean, we have options in this town to figure out what's going on, at least get some general idea. There has to be somebody in this town that it happened to. Yeah, I need to go. Yeah, I know we need to go back to the smithy to pick up the crossbow bolts that Ava and I placed an order to.
Alright.
How far did Ava get to?
She ran around the corner.
I'll go around the corner and look.
Well, as you guys stood there and had a little bit of conversation, you go around the corner and you do not see her anywhere.
Well, she's gone. Where the hell'd she go? And I'll start searching for her.
She's probably going to come back to her nest. So you probably... I don't know, maybe get some bugs, get some seed.
Awen's learning a lot about this group.
As you kind of glance around, because you guys standing here, and you're walking around out into here now, and so this whole area out here is just empty. I mean, you can see the buildings past it. You can see people walking around on the streets, but you do not see any Ava.
Okay.
I'll circle the building and see if I can find her.
Let's just go to the temple.
Yeah, I'll kind of circle behind the tavern, heading towards the temple, and just kind of keeping an eye out to see if I see Ava or not.
Okay, you give me a perception check.
Also, I'm going to send a sending to Amima to say to, yeah, after they're done breakfast, start packing up their stuff, and then get down to the tavern so I can collect them when we get the carriage ready.
Okay.
Or boat. I say carriage or boat, depending on the map.
So she answers back and is like, "What was that yelling? Was that you?"
I literally cast sending again. Yeah, Ava's turning into a chicken. I had to backhand dispel magic on her. Didn't work. It's probably a curse.
Did she say something about leaving the group? I thought I heard her say something about leaving.
One moment. I go over to the window. I can only cast this spell so many times.
You see her head poke out of the broken window and look down at you. Then why didn't you just yell?
I don't know. It seemed clever at the time. Okay, no, I'm not leaving the group. But
I'll get packed, and you see her disappear.
fantastic.
Alright, so you guys make your way through the field, up the hill here, to the temple. You walk around, and it has a little open entryway, which is just like a bunch of benches and stuff. And then when you head inside, you can see that there's some pillars, and in the middle, it's just a big pool of water, and you can see all along the wall that surrounds the interior here. I mean, there's doors, but you also see what looks like stained glass with different depictions of people on them. I'm sure most of you would understand that these are probably some kind of holy figures, if not gods themselves. Eventually, you see a very young, bald, wearing robes male walk up to you, and he just kind of has his fingers clasped in front of him. He got a smile. He looks very happy, genuinely happy to see you. He says, "Welcome to the Temple of Anir. Is there anything we can do for you today?"
Curses.
No, we have a friend of ours that is acting slightly odd. Do you know if there's a way to help her with that? Like, get her back to normal?
There's many things in the world that can help people without doing some kind of deep dive into what's wrong with them. I could not tell you.
Well, we went to the witch's hut just slightly outside of town to look for knowledge, and ever since we talked to them, she's been acting more and more like we're assuming it's a chicken.
Probably.
Has anything happened to people like that in this town before?
No, we've not had any instances of that. I do know of the witches of whom you speak. They seem to be potion brewers and seers. Not exactly something I would dabble in myself, but been here for a very long time. Seem loved by most of the town folk.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting the vibes for. Well, we'll go ahead and. How
Have
much
you
Go
not
ahead.
encountered any other sources of corruption.
Oh, what's that freaking thing called? Forgetting the name of it. I don't even know if I wrote it down.
How are we defining sources of corruption?
I'm talking about the being that we fought.
Creatures of power, items of power, food of power.
Your guys' boogeyman, I guess. I can't remember the damn name. The hell
Well, that's
was
because
that?
it was never shared with us.
If you would, please. This is
The
a
lurker.
place of worship.
Is that right? No.
I'm sorry. Is something you said?
Your friend here. If you could just watch what you say, please.
Oh, sorry. You guys had a nursery rhyme for children, correct? You know anything about that? About not going into the woods, and there's a being that would take the children and stuff like that. We encountered
I'm
that.
a little familiar with it.
We did encounter that such being. Would that be a cause of that?
I mean, that was just a nursery rhyme, but if you think you experienced something of evil power, it could be. But if you wish for any services, it's usually 20 gold an hour, and we can see what we could do.
Okay, we'll go ahead and bring our friend over and see if you can help her. Thank you.
No problem. If I will be here, just ask for Norin. That is me.
Thank you, Norin. I'm Awen. She would have to be in this town somewhere.
Well, when you do find her, I'm mostly always here. If not, there are the acolytes.
And is this guy the high priest of this temple or something?
You're just talking to somebody who seems to be wearing very nice robes.
Okay.
You could ask him.
No, I'm doing it for notes reasons. You temple priest.
Oh, well, this is per hour, so you can pay after the services are done.
Yeah.
Heavens above.
Indeed, may Nair bless you greatly. And he just gives a bow and turns, and he walks back towards the where he was originally.
In there, he said?
Yes.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh. Completely spelled that wrong.
Can I do a religion check to see if Arvia would have any idea what this god is? I know it's a part of your world building, but Arvia's not a religious person.
Yeah, you can definitely roll. It's going to be very high DC, especially for Arvia.
Okay. That sounds like
No
a fungal
idea.
infection.
Would I know, considering I know some of the... I mean, I've lived in this part of the world. Would I know anything about this type god?
You can roll as well? Are you proficient in religion?
No.
Alright, well, you can still roll if you wish, but it's going to be a high DC for you.
Okay.
Yep, you have no idea either.
Yeah, let's make her way to find Ava where she went.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, you guys...
Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead, Leah.
Do you guys want me to fly around and look for her from air, or do you just want to walk around and look for her on foot?
If you've got an arrow,
We can do both.
you can do both.
Okay. And and I take a couple of steps away from them and turn into giant owl again.
Okay. Well, you make your way outside of the temple, through the little opening where all the benches are and stuff, down the steps into the street where Leah can step away, turn into an owl, and we'll go ahead and take a 10-minute break there.
All right.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna get my juice. The way I backhanded her, I thought you'd be happy.
Backhanded her.
Backhanded. This man.
She's in love with you, and you stink and smack her.
I'm not. That is a one-way place.
Were we ever there when you ate that biscuit or cookie? Or no?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody was with me.
I couldn't remember. It's been a while.
I believe I went alone.
I'm gonna get some cheese.
Oh, cheese sounds very good.
Oh, he said cheese. I thought he said sushi. Hopefully we can get Ava fixed.
Well, all actions in Sotix games have consequences.
Oh, I know.
Oh, this one is definitely a doozy.
Yeah. It was pretty funny that we all came to the conclusion that you were chicken.
You're a chicken now. That's your superpower.
Just me thinking about it before Leah said anything, I was like, is she turning into a chicken? That's what was going through my mind. Welcome back.
Thank you, Brady.
Ava, do you know how many arrows, crossbow bolts that we ordered? Was it 140 or 200?
I ordered 100.
Okay, I think I ordered 40.
Yeah, I want to quit running out of crossbow bolts.
Yeah. I get pretty low. And by the way, I did do the research on that, and you are absolutely right. So that's why I changed it.
What are you using, them? Life drink or what?
The crossbow thing that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I looked more into it, and yeah, you're absolutely right. So I kind of messed up on my feet choice, but yeah, whatever.
No, I heard you say something that you were attuning to something else, though. What were you attuning to?
The 9 life stealer rapier.
Hmm.
It was the magic weapon that was inside the gelatinous cube that you got stuck in. Yeah.
That's a good weapon.
Yeah. Has a chance of one hitting the boss.
Sharp cheddar.
Cheese sticks. Mm.
What type of cheese is cheese sticks? Okay.
These are mozzarella cheese sticks, yeah. Every once in a while we get some cheddar ones, but I prefer the cheddar ones, but my wife likes the mozzarella, so she gets the mozzarella more often.
Yeah. I like sharp cheddar. But like
Yeah,
for my burgers
super
and
sharp.
Stuff, yeah. If for like the burgers and stuff, I'll get like
Provolone,
Monterey
dude.
cheese and
No,
and Swiss.
dude, put provolone on it. Oh,
I might try provolone. Yeah, but just a taste.
it does. It tastes really good.
It hurts so good.
It's my number one
Come
cheese
on
choice
in.
now. If it's an option, I get provolone. What, cat? What? Meow. She's mad at me. She thinks I need to pay attention to her more.
I know you're sleeping at like 3 a.m., but I'm going to literally run into your door multiple times so that I can get your attention because I want to be in the same room with you. And then when I am in the same room,
Oh no,
with you,
she sleeps right next to me, right next to my head every night.
I'm just sharing my own experiences.
All right, I am back. Everybody here?
Yep. Never left.
All right. So Leah, you are now a giant owl, and the rest of you are on foot, standing in front of the temple.
I'll just start flying around the town looking for her.
All right, give me a perception check. Right, you do that with an advantage.
Oh, okay. Let's see. 22.
Okay, so you shape into a bird,
Mhm.
and you take off around town. And as you do so, you hear a bunch of people like, "What is that? What are they doing over there?" And you can kind of see people are looking in your direction. Not very common in this town for people to just turn into animals and fly away.
Mhm.
But you circle around the town. You can see your friends who are moving, but you do not see Ava.
I will just continue flying around, circling around the town, hoping that eventually I'll see her somewhere.
Detroit become chicken. Sorry, continue.
All right, so the rest of you watch as Leah flies away. You see a bunch of people from town kind of giving you strange looks, but they eventually go back to their business, seeing that you're not attacking or anything. What do you wish to do?
General store?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm doing passive as I'm looking around.
Yeah, I'm passively looking around. Because we already have an eye in the sky, and we have things. Mm-hmm.
Right, well, you guys can give me a perception check so you're walking along.
One moment. I'm going to roll a 16 plus 3, so
19.
19.
Right, it's not crowded here. It's not very hard to look up and down the roads. There are people moving about, but not enough to obscure your visions, but as you make your way not too far to the general store, you do not see Ava at all.
Do I see any chickens though?
You do not see any chickens.
Damn.
You all find yourself in front of the store. If you remember Corin's Anvil and Goods, you talked to the dwarf who agreed to make you stuff. He was over on this part here. It was more attached to the building, but he told you that his wife ran the quote-unquote goods store that has a bunch of farming stuff, but some things for adventurers if you wanted to go check it out. But that is where you find yourselves. You can hear somebody tinking away already inside of the smithy, but you can't see inside of it yet.
Yeah, his name was Corn too, right?
That is correct.
It's in the name, just had to double check. I'll go talk to Corn about the order that we placed. If you guys want to go, you can, or you can check. I know Arvia, you wanted to go into the store to pick up some supplies or something.
Yeah, I figured that we'd all go together. I wonder if this town has a cart. I hope so.
All right.
Oh,
I'll make
I
my
haven't
way
decided.
to the entrance of the blacksmith and kind of call out to Corin. Hey, Corin, are you in here?
Come on in.
I'll step in.
You walk in and you see the same stocky dwarf who's putting something down, kind of still glowing on top of the anvil. He puts down the hammer, takes off his glove, walks over, like, yes, back for the arrows.
Yes, sir.
All right, and he walks over and he kind of dips his hand into this barrel he has and rummages around a bit and kind of pulls out, stuffs some in his arm. He walks over and he gives you the bolts. He's that's all 140 of them for you.
Thank you.
No problem. If you need anything else, let me know.
Yeah.
I can pretty much craft anything. It just takes time.
Yeah. We're probably gonna head over to your wife's store. What's her name? I never caught her name before.
Oh, it's Moritha.
Moritha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll tell her that you send us on her way then.
I'm not sure if you should mention that. He kind of gives a little chuckle. But she'll be happy to have customers nonetheless.
And then
You have a good one.
You too. And I'll make my way out.
All right. You can hear him as you're heading back towards the main store. Eventually, you hear the tinking as he goes back to hammer away whatever he was doing. You go inside of the store, and it just seems to be a bunch of tables kind of scattered around with stuff on them, shoved up against the walls or shelves that have different tools and things on them. As you guys kind of look around, seems to just be general farming supplies, but you do see things that you could perhaps use for adventuring, and there are things like tents or sleeping bags, stuff like that. But across from you at the counter, you see a blonde female dwarf kind of standing behind it, looks up and, good day to you. Welcome to Corin's Anvil and Goods. Anything in particular you need?
Yes, hello. Well, we were actually quite in the market for a map of the local area. Not necessarily of the town, but we would like to know, all the towns within the region.
I mean, we're not really a cartographer. I think my husband might have a map of the Empire somewhere around here. If you wish me to take a look for that.
Yes, please.
Right, she goes off. Is there anything else while I'm back there that you might need? All right, and she just continues on into the back. You can hear some rummaging and stuff going on. Eventually, she kind of walks out, and she's got this scroll or this map case, and she's kind of dusting it off, and you can see a dust cloud kind of billowing up as she's doing so, blowing on it. She pops the end open, and she pulls out parchment, and she kind of puts it down. Has not been open for a long while, so it still very much wants to roll up on top of itself. But as she lays it down, this is what those of you who are there, this is what you see.
Oh, that's quite helpful.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you okay, I see what you did there. I was confused for a minute.
Huh. Are we in Mantua?
No, we're up here.
Oh, we're in Salsa. Okay. Oh, we're not next to the sea at all. We're next to a really big lake. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Tit for tat.
it's a pretty big lake, if you wanted to call it one.
Would you say it's a Great Lake? Oh,
I would say it could fit several of those inside of it.
It is a sea, is what they call in this region.
Okay, sure. It's a C. Whatever you say. Um. All right. Could you tell me anything about the surrounding towns?
Awen will start pointing out and say Utwork is here. And I know.
Yeah.
But what you guys don't know, I'm assuming the swords aren't there on the map at all, right?
No, they're there.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, this war has been going on for a long time. Or
Yeah.
these quote-unquote wars. This is not actually where the wars
It's like
are.
way down here or something
Yeah,
like that.
they're in that direction. You would know that's not their exact location, but it's basically just saying if you go that way, you're going to be heading towards war. This one is precisely where that war is taking place, though.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason you left that town.
Yeah.
Hence it's why it's called the Bloody Road.
But yeah, I'll say Manta is the town that I originated from. Currently pretty close to a battle there. And then I'll start pointing out like these are the locations, like these swords are the locations of the war that's going on currently. I don't know if I know anything else. I know this is just the map that we have. I know a little bit up north. There's another city, I would say. That's a different nation that we can probably go to. That's not in conflict with Utwork.
Where was it?
It's like
Then,
no, it's like up this way. A little more. No.
Well, here's my question. I was under the impression that Utwork was currently under siege. This makes it seem like these battles are much more distant than I was led to believe.
Yeah, the problem with the battles is that they're growing closer and closer as they kind of go on, because Utwork is currently fighting what was it, 4 countries or was it 3? I couldn't remember from the notes that we took
I'd
or
reckon
that you told.
around
4 kingdoms. Sorry, I did take it,
4.
and they're all originated in these locations.
Okay, well, we're going to need to get to some place with a library and maybe some arcane support. Honestly, the best place would be Utwork, but we have no idea how long we're going to hold out there.
Well, I mean, war doesn't change overnight. It's not like they're going to be right at the doorstep right then and there. So we can go to Utwork and get the knowledge that we need. I just would not recommend staying there.
Agreed.
If you can, Awen, give me a history check.
History?
Yep.
Man. What
Alright,
the
never mind.
fuck?
Continue on.
So yeah, I mean, we can go to Utwork. I don't know if they have a library or not, but considering it is a capital, I'm assuming they would. As for Arcane, really don't know very much if they do or not. All I know is that a lot of the soldiers and nobles there were trained by my family.
They might be much more of a martial nation, I wonder. We'll find out, but honestly, whenever it comes to the arcane, the big cities is the best place to really get, usually is the best reliquaries of the arcane knowledge are in big cities, I should say. Okay, we can check that out. And if we don't find the stuff we need there, I'm sure we can find plenty of information as to where to find it. So I suppose we're taking a boat.
Now, if you need information, there's always the witches.
No, but no.
Yeah, the witches are lovely people to talk to. We've already discussed with them before. And I'll just kind of smile as I'm saying that.
Super pleasant.
I mean,
They've helped us out when Corin fell sick. Gave us a potion that cured him. Also gave us some insight on some decisions we had to make. But to each their own.
so I guess we're planning on going to Utork then.
Yes. Do you know, when is the next ship in? Or do you get ships in?
We get merchants that come by and give us some supplies, but they kind of just come once a couple weeks. Supplies aren't really hard to obtain right now with the Emperor kind of putting everything towards his war efforts.
Okay.
Is that I kind of just nod and shake my head at the same time.
So your head just goes in a circle? You just
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
That's what
like,
I'm envisioning at the moment.
No.
rotates. It's like, are you trying to get a kink out of your neck or something?
No, I have my own opinions on this emperor. Just I'll keep that to
You do
myself.
know, Awen, that he is basically draining all resources and trying to a lot of resistance, but he's trying to also get all able-bodied people, and he's putting that towards like the front lines.
Yeah.
So
I know,
towns and places in this kingdom, this empire, are very, very poor, and they hate it.
Yeah, I'm pretty aware of that.
How to destroy your economy. Because even if you win the war, the economy is going to collapse.
It's just a general's goods store.
That's true.
Yeah, we're gonna be going on a lengthy journey.
As if you're looking for magical goods, the only place around here has them is the witches. They have a good stock of potions.
I imagine they have components as well.
I've not personally been into that business, but they seem to be of that sort. I have some, yes. How much are you looking for? Well, each one be 5 silver. So, if you wish, I can go pull those out of the salt box.
Well, how many, out of character, how many rations does everybody currently have, excluding Ava, because she's not here? Yeah, I'm at 6 for the time that we were traveling for a bit.
I am also at 6.
Well, she says, "Why do you think about it? I'll go grab that." And so she goes off as you guys are out there.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to the witches to get my magical crystal infused chalk, and
Well,
probably
we're we kind of need some sort of healing. I'm assuming we're gonna probably need some healing potions eventually.
you get Leah to take care of it. It's fine.
Yeah, I like. Don't get me wrong, Leah. I enjoy your healing.
Leah isn't there.
It's not there.
He's a
Oh, she's
Yeah,
bastard.
not there.
exactly. No, I'm
That is
flying around
right.
the town.
That is right. I totally forgot. I thought you were here.
Nope.
She would be talking way more if she
Yeah,
was here.
you just see Aelin talking to some random, like a broomstick or something, and then realizes she's not here.
You're actually talking to the wrong bird.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Right, I forgot she wasn't here. But no, I think I need at least 1 or 2 healing potions just for backup. Hmm.
Pay for a replacement if I have any money after the previous 2 things.
I don't hear
So
anything.
much less effect than you think it does.
Um,
I would like to buy 400 forks.
the
And
fork
3
business.
shovels.
No,
Actually,
we don't need tinder boxes or anything like that because I can create bonfire. As long as we have firewood, I can do that.
Hmm.
I think rations is really the only thing. If we're planning on going by sea, I don't think scavenging for food, unless if you buy a freaking fishing pole, would work.
I'll buy 50 feet of rope and a shovel.
Tourism kit. I don't really have any use for these tools. Yeah, I agree. Medicine kit would probably help out for Leah.
Again, shovel and rope.
Well, she eventually walks out with the rations, and she puts them down. And she says, it'd be 100 silver or 10 gold pieces, however you prefer to do it.
Also,
Uh,
wait, do you take Electrium pieces? Because I have 4 of those.
There's not really many people around here who take some, but perhaps I could use them with the merchant ships.
I mean, if we're going off of the metric system, how much are they worth?
I think
Because
1.5 gold pieces.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. I know, but now I have this, and I need to know how much this is worth.
Each electrum is worth 5 silver.
Oh yeah, sorry.
They're the middle between silver and gold.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I looked it up backwards. That's right.
So, I do have all of those and the healer's kits. How many you need? They'll be 5 gold piece each.
You talking about how many?
One
medicine
each
kits you
of like
want?
rope. What kind of rope do you want? I'd have both hempen and silk. Silk is a little lighter, a little more expensive though.
Which is stronger?
Probably the hempen.
I'll take hemp, and I'll take the shovel. Yes.
All right. Well, the hemp rope will be 1 gold piece. And the shovel, let me go look on the. It'd just be 2 gold pieces.
Okay. These are really expensive fucking equipment. Yeah, this totally doesn't look like I'm hiding a dead body. This totally doesn't look like I'm gonna
But
hide
it
a
doesn't.
body with it later.
And we got what? How many rations? 20. Do I know? Do I know how long a trip from kind of from the coast to Utork it would probably take from here?
From the coast? What do you mean?
So I'm assuming I've never been to Celsa before, but I've been probably to here and traveled across. Would I know how long that journey would normally take? And then get to the capital?
Oh, you're gonna be on ship, so it's you wouldn't really be able to know it. No,
Okay.
you don't think it would take more than a week?
Okay. Okay.
But she goes off and she gets a healer's kit, a rope, and a shovel, and brings them out and sets them on the counter. Anything else?
Do you know? Did we see any ships in the harbor as we walked into town?
You came in through the woods. You guys haven't really like went down and investigated that part of town.
Oh, we couldn't see the ocean from because it looked like it was a cliff going.
Yeah,
in.
there's a cliff that goes down, and then the docks are down a ways, and like the wagons come up a road up from the back is what it is.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you guys would have to go out of your way to go look at the dock. It's not like right in town.
Yeah, I would ask her. Do you know if there's any ships in harbor today?
No, today, no. Just been tending the store. I was there. That's 4 nights ago or 4 days ago, and there was one. There, a lot of farmers here do send out some of their crops.
And you said it's usually a week for a merchant ship to come and go.
The one we get is usually somewhere around a week, probably a little over.
If the ship's not there, do you happen to know any other locations that might have a harbor nearby that we can get a ship?
Not that you can walk to, no.
Okay. All right. I think that's all the questions I had.
Oh,
A gold, 2 gold, 5 gold, I believe, for the herbalism kit, right?
Indeed, the healer's kit, but yes.
wait, one more thing. Do you happen to have any birdseed? I have a feeling we might need some.
I do not, but you could check one of the farms. They might.
Thank you.
No problem. So you paying gold for the rations?
$20, $25 plus 2 plus 1, 28. Yeah, 28 gold, I believe, is the total for
Yep.
that.
Right, she gladly takes it.
Yeah. Yep, thank you, and I'll walk out too.
Thank you.
No problem. If you need anything else, we're open until sundown. And she just starts taking the gold in, counting it. But you all find yourselves back outside. Leah, what are you doing?
After making a couple of rounds around the town, I would also try and kind of fly, like by the the tavern? Could I look through the window, see if I can see her inside?
So you fly by, and there's a couple open windows. You know those to be the window that Ava jumped out of,
Mm-hmm.
and the broken window that Arvio's son got stolen out of.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of them seem to be shuttered closed, and those two you look into, nobody's in them.
Okay, then I'll then find the rest of the group and land next to them and turn back to Leah.
Alright, so as you guys walk out, eventually this giant owl swoops down to the gasp and surprise of some of the townsfolk and turns into Leah, and you hear one of the villagers. Some people just have no respect as they kind of walk away.
What? Oh, anyway.
Yeah, we're not very.
Giant
Yeah.
owl just landing in the middle of the street with a bunch of people. Some people didn't like it.
Leah just
Yeah.
shrugged.
We're gonna be leaving this town soon.
I'm face
Matter
palming.
anymore.
I'm literally face palming pretty hard right now.
You clipped a couple people with your wings
Oh.
when you came down.
They'll be fine.
But continue.
There's a random. There's just a random kid just covering some weird white stuff, like crying.
Huge.
I-
But yeah.
Did you find Ava?
No, I flew around the town twice. I even like had a peek inside of her room, hoping she might be there, but I couldn't find her anywhere.
About how long has passed, Sotek?
I would say that the time frame you gave me is probably past at this point. So you're doing what you told me you'd be doing?
Yes.
Okay. So at this point you'd be heading in that direction.
Okay.
But the rest of you continue.
Yes, I say that and shrug.
Do you think she went to the witch's hut?
I mean, I was kind of flying around that area as well, but I didn't see her. She might be inside.
Well, I mean, if they have an extra chicken, we know what happened.
Rob should check at the tavern. See if she came back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need a thing.
I mean, it's on the way. We can check the tavern and then check the nest. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so you guys make your way over into the tavern. You're gonna head inside, you said?
I will head inside and see if I can find Ava.
Alright, you walk inside. It's a little more empty now than it was earlier. Still a couple people eating, but you get the feeling that most people went off to take care of their daily duties. You look around, you gotta give me a perception check. What do the rest of you outside do?
I'm just waiting.
I
Oh my
also go
God.
around and I'll check the nest.
Then
Alright,
I'll follow them.
okay, so you three walk around and you look and you see that the nest is still empty. Your perception check, yeah, you don't see her in there. Eventually you all converge back outside after spending a little while looking around.
Yeah, she's not in there, so
Well, I guess we're checking the witches now. Okay, let's go.
Alright, well, because I know that Awen loves to take the long way around.
oh fuck yes. We go swimming? Hell yeah!
No, you took a boat across.
No, I can't swim. I don't want to do this again.
Yeah.
No,
as
you-
Arvia is just screaming that he doesn't want to get in the water, I will grab him and drag him into the water.
But you guys realistically head this way, and as you do so, you do glance over and see Ava's kind of out here, heading in the direction of the tavern.
Oh, there she is.
Do any of them have shiny objects hanging off of their bodies?
RVO, because
Grim.
RVO is RVO.
She sees it and is mesmerized by it.
Grim
And
is a
starts following you.
walking giant piece of metal, but the rest of them do have metal things hanging off of them as well.
So, Ava starts heading towards you guys.
Right, so you all converge in this field.
Yeah.
Where else would I be? I was attacked. Yes, Arvio. He hit me. She seems fixated on some trinket that's hanging off of Arvio's.
I'm going to assume this is the amulet of Constitution.
And
If I wiggle it, does it get more of your attention?
she lets out a loud clucking sound as she begins to follow you.
Oh, okay. I just kind of go backwards, like, to keep your eye on the shiny trinket while I'm shaking it into the temple.
And she is following you.
Ooh. Life
Right.
hack, everybody.
You guys make your way back to the temple, back through the open little pew area inside the temple proper. And as you do so, you see some people giving you strange looks, but otherwise not saying anything. And you do see currently tending to the water. He kind of got the pitcher and he's like scooping some water out and then pouring it into different little water skins. Person you talked to earlier.
Norin.
Pretty sure he told you, yeah, Norin.
I'll kind of go up to him and say, Norin, we brought our friend with us.
That is strange behavior indeed. Well, if you wish, you can leave her here, and we can see what our gods tell us.
Yeah, we'll kind of hang out in the common area.
Right. At least an hour, but could be longer.
Ava looks right at the priest and goes,
Oh, heavens above me, this is glorious.
And-
Oh,
That was
heavens.
great.
And as you're looking at the priest, you notice the pool of water behind, and you feel compelled to jump in it and kind of like use your head to scoop it up onto your back and shake your arms.
Oh
you
my
guys see
God.
Ava do exactly as described there by Sotik. Ava jumps in the pool of water.
I start getting her out of the water and get her.
All right.
Stop doing what she's doing.
Even the
Sorry,
priest
hold
is
on,
over
what?
there. Even the priest is over there, like, I need you out of there. And he's like trying to help you guys get her out.
I'm just laughing, like I'm just watching you trying to wrestle with Ava.
Ava
who's
just saying, I'm so
causing-
sorry she's not like this.
I'm sorry, she's like, listen, I might be losing my shit in the middle of a church.
Well,
That's
you-
all of this is happening.
You did tell me that she's under the compulsion of something, so no worries. We'll take care of it, and I'd say the three of you do manage to get Ava out, but as you release her to the priest, he kind of struggles and he starts calling over some acolytes who's helping him now wrangle Ava. I'm thinking this might take more than an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I disarm Ava? Just in case.
Does Ava visibly wear her weapons out?
I
believe
For
you
the
keep
purpose-
it stashed away, right?
For the purposes of this, she probably wouldn't have. She probably wouldn't have her crossbows on her. They'd be up in her room. Her daggers though would
Okay.
be concealed.
Okay, so yeah, do you?
I don't see anything. Yeah.
Yep, you do a quick pat down where you know that she normally pulls them from, and there's nothing there. At least not that you can tell.
She's not armed.
But you all make your way out as this priest and the acolytes seem to be dragging Ava over to a door. And it's okay. We'll take you somewhere where you can lie down. Names. What's your name? At this point, you guys are leaving, but he's asking you, Ava, what your name is.
My name's Ava, and I have a perfectly good place to rest out by the tavern. I made myself a perfectly good place to rest.
Well, your friends are a little worried about you. My name's Norin, but your friends just want us to look you over. So if you please, and he got like 3 of the acolytes helping him drag you into the room, and you go in, and it's just a place where like they take sick people and lay them down to try to heal them and stuff. Do you try to run away or anything, or are you pretty compliant?
She's pretty compliant, but she's gonna try to make a nest out of the bed.
All right. They were very taken back by this. They stay together as a group, trying to work on you as they start delving with their magics that their gods bestow upon them. Otherwise, they don't do anything nefarious. But the rest of you make your way out of the temple, and then cut back, still heading towards the witches.
Just after leaving, Leah would actually leave something at the like on the wall next to the entrance to the temple. She would probably put down all of the dolls she collected and the teddy bear she found.
Right.
So that's a 9. So that's a 9 dolls and 1 teddy bear, leaving them by the entrance.
Okay, so you kind of stop and you start pulling those out. The rest of you continue away a little bit, but you get those out and you catch up very quickly. Yep.
Arvio will remember this and approves of your actions.
But you find yourselves walking down the hill from the temple to the road, making your way over. As you do so, you can see 2 of the witches are currently sitting outside, seemingly doing something. You guys can't really make out what it is at your distance.
As we're walking, I would say let's not mention anything about Ava's condition to them, please.
Oh,
I don't feel like we should.
I don't want to turn into a chicken.
Yeah, we're only here to get some stuff.
We're
That's
just
what I
here
agree.
for business.
Leah would kind of pull at Arvio's clothes and kind of try to whisper, Will you ask about the things for that spell?
I was planning on it, yes.
Okay.
Cool, great.
As you guys walk up, you see one of them seems to be sitting there. They are doing something with some animal skin. They seem to be scraping it with a knife and dipping it in some liquid. Not really sure what their intentions are, but you see the other has a mortar or pestle, and she's sitting there grinding stuff and throwing things into it. And one of them looks up at you. Are you back for your second question? Depends on what kind of items you're looking for.
Yes, and I kind of like pull out like a little bit, like a post-it. Do you happen to have? Oh, I'm trying to find the component for scry. So do you have something like a crystal ball or a silver mirror? There's also another component which is a font filled with holy water, but I'm not gonna do that. Also, I'm kind of looking for, and he looks further down the list. Rare chalks and inks infused with precious gems worth at least 50 gold pieces, preferably several.
Oh, we do have a crystal ball. It's more of a possession than it is something we're selling. But we got all kinds of chalks of all kinds of prices, and we have plenty of potions as well, she says, looking over at Grim. Any particular type of healing potion?
I think normal ones for right now.
Okay, yeah, normal ones should be fine. A little bit of a bummer about the crystal ball, but it is what it is. I wonder. Of course, of course.
Leah will perk up on that. Oh, where are we going?
Right.
Utort, where we're
Utork.
planning on going to.
Does Leah know anything about Utork?
You do
No.
not.
Okay, oh, okay.
I mean, you would know that Awen said something about it's currently in a war with 4 countries.
Oh wait, is that the place with the penguin?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I want to go there. he seems mean.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, can you come back out with a fucking what?
Yeah.
But the penguin in charge of Utork place.
No.
You're talking about the Emperor.
Yes, that's what. Well, I forgot.
He's not a
Therese.
penguin.
Oh, so he said he was. What is he then?
He's a human, I assume.
Do I know what race he is?
Yeah, he's a human.
Yeah, he's a human.
Out of character, it's actually at the moment that joke was made, Sotek went over. He rewrote the lore, which is why the economy is in shambles because it's being run by a penguin.
The Emperor, that's a human, but his name is Penguin.
Oh,
Oh, maybe that's what she meant.
Sorry, Celtic.
sorry. Emperor Penguin of Utah.
Leah will remember that.
So we need 4 healing potions. Harvey, you need what? Chalk? 50
Chalk.
gold worth?
Several because the spell will consume it.
Hmm.
Because I'm going to need what it is. It's like I'm going to need to draw out the circle to make one, which is what the spell is going to be consuming, and then the circle's there forever. So the ability to make several of these, I can pay for this myself. Don't worry about it. I actually have a lot of money, so stop paying for me. Unless I like really need it, in which case. Okay, well, I think 5 would be fine for right now. And we can put them down at like important locations. So, well, we wouldn't put one down here, but Utork might be important. So we can put one down there.
So you do know that if you want to create a permanent teleportation circle, you have to cast the same spell, teleportation spell, in that same location every day for 1 year.
Do I?
Yep.
Well, no wonder there's not many of these freaking things. This is bullshit. Anyway.
We can get you the chalk. We have plenty of it.
Okay, well, 6. Actually, I'll just take 6 because I feel like I want 5, but I'm going to get 1 more, just in case.
All right. And then you just want the normal healing potions. We have 3 greater, 2 superior, and 1 supreme.
Do you fine ladies have any magical items for sale?
we got plenty of magical items, but for sale, that's could be convinced.
Are you? I was just curious. Yeah, I don't know either. Are you willing to part ways with anything?
If the price is right, what
Ooh.
particular are you looking for?
No. I was just curious that if she had anything, and then you give me the idea. Yeah.
Well, I have some potions of strength, different giant strengths. I do have a ring. I think I'd have to go dig through the box for that. All right. Well, your total so far is 500 gold, but I will go see if we still have that ring. And she heads back inside. Eventually, she comes out. She has the potions, the chalk. She sets them down, and then she pulls out this little pouch and she pulls this ring out. A ring of might. It helps you when you punch people unarmed. Makes it pretty powerful. Not necessarily with your weapon, but punching somebody while wearing this ring would be the equivalent of hitting them with a warhammer, if that makes sense.
I take a step away from him. Don't you do it. You know my bones are balsa wood.
Never know when you might, though.
Does that extend to your copy?
I mean, it's a really good way to cheat in a fight.
Oh, what do you have? We like to trade in magical items.
I don't think Grib has any magical items, does he? Oh yeah, that's right, you do. No.
Put it over someone's head. But like, I. Okay.
Thing
Here.
almost killed me.
That feels shitty. Just take the bag. Just take the bag. I wanted to stick some cursed item or like I wanted to stick. Like actually though, if we think about it, what happens if we just shove demons that bother us into this? Well, no, they just go into the astral plane. They don't even go to hell.
That +1 light crossbow, I can technically use it. It's a lot better than my old one. Oh, thank you.
Okay, I'll trade in the devourer. Do you wanted something?
It does seem a fair trade.
I'm just waiting for the go ahead.
I mean, like I said, it's a really cheap item to use in a fight.
Are you saying? What are you talking about? Are you high?
Arvia, you know hand to hand? I didn't know that.
I don't know shit about hand to hand. Whenever there's a fight, I fucking run.
Leah looks at Grim and, can I try it?
Well, we're getting rid of the.
She's currently still holding it.
Yeah, we
Okay.
haven't decided that thing yet.
Leah turns to Witches. Can I test it?
If you give us the bag to hold on to.
Looks towards Arvio.
First of all, who are you testing this on?
Oh, that's a good question.
Now you ask.
Yes, she will.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we really don't need the bag of devouring. This item seems. Yeah.
You know what? You don't need the bag of devouring until you're like, man, we really need to get rid of a bomb. Like, right?
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
You don't need a bag of devouring until you really need a bag of devouring. Yeah. And I'll be 100% honest with you. Whenever I imagine you in just straight up CQC, I don't imagine you punching anybody. I just imagine you grabbing somebody's head and turning it around like an owl. Like, just like, yeah, kinda. Like, I'll hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker. You really don't.
Alright, and she takes and she puts it back into the pouch. Oh, 500 gold for the rest.
One moment. Are you still paying for it? I'll pay for it. Alright. I literally have like 1,000 gold. Stop.
Must be nice. I got 13.
Oh!
New character problems.
That's still more than me.
It doesn't help that yeah, it doesn't help that Arvio is dressed gaudy as fuck because he's a vain motherfucker. So we can go halvesies. Okay. This will make me feel better. So I'll pay 250, you pay 250.
Alright, so you guys give her the gold and she will hand you the items and smiles. And we have plenty more if you ever need anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's not necessarily a question you're asking. It's a question the chickens told us the group had two goals they wish to achieve. They foretold you're coming.
I mean, I have a question, but it's not really one that I would hire a sage for, necessarily.
No, I think this is more of one of a desperate need of information you need to find. But that has to come from the chickens.
Yes. The insightful chickens.
You did find your son, yes?
I did.
I'm glad to hear that. Here, if you wish, and she hands you a potion, just for the hardship you went through.
Thank you. What does this do?
It's just a healing potion. In case he still needs to recover.
Okay, thank you. For your kindness, despite all of the trouble. I'm sorry about that. in retrospect, I was kind of an ass.
We can only do what we feel is right.
Thank you for understanding.
What's
Should
that?
Yeah, actually, speaking of desperate questions, guys, do you just want to make that one the one? Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what you guys are talking about.
I'm
already
going
lost.
to, guys. I'm literally gonna do it. I'm sorry. I feel like Ava's turning into a chicken. How do we like undo that? Do you have any idea?
I mean, you could always try some magic removal. We do not dabble in the ways of the gods, but your priests can sometimes take care of things.
Well, then we've already done pretty much everything we can, I suppose, on that front.
She seemed very... When she came to us, begging to get the answer and pay the price, she seemed very, very willing to make amends for what she has done wrong. But outside of that, not much else I can say unless you wish us to ask the chickens.
Man, I want to make a pun, but it wouldn't be appropriate. uh,
She's already in good hands at the moment.
For the
Hopefully, she will be fine by the time we get back. Contracts.
yeah, we haven't breached that question, that backstory, have we? We should probably. We should. Yeah. I.
Okay. Can I do a gut check to figure out what they're talking about? Because I know they're going to hell. They said something about
You
it.
can, but it's going to be
Talking
like a
about-
really high DC.
Okay.
So if you want to give me a wisdom roll, you can. Just
I know.
Yeah. Well, getting those definitely not an issue right now, but it is definitely doing the deed effectively and getting out is a bit of an issue.
yeah, I would say it's a hard stretch for you to make that conclusion, Awen.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think we already know the answer to that one, don't we? I think that is definitely a thing that we should ask because I already know how to get out, kinda.
Well, if you guys aren't planning on doing the contract, I mean, I don't know what's going on. You can either kill the person or just ignore it entirely and go into hiding.
Well, we definitely need to kill the person then.
Okay. Just have a confused look.
Ivio is going to leave you to ask it because he's not terribly sure how to word it either. Because it's like, let's see, I guess, well, we know what we need to do. We just need to know the best way to go about doing it. So, I suppose what we should be asking. Yeah, so maybe we just need to know where we need to go to prepare for this. Because what we need to do is obvious, but it's about getting supplies and the skills. Yes. So where to go to prepare for hell? to undo the contract.
I would say, Awen, as he says where to go to get the hell or undo the contract, you could probably assume that they have a contract now.
Yes.
Oh, I get what's going on.
No, Leah is still confused.
Bless her
I,
heart.
I imagine Leah is just like kind of looking around after you said we're probably being watched, and she's just like, huh? What?
The squirrel makes the rude squirrel is
Yeah. Yeah. As you guys are talking, it was gonna be like, I finally understand what you guys have to do. That's pretty interesting. You have a long journey. We're gonna have to talk about that. I will follow you guys, but yeah, it's
That was said in.
no, it's
Yeah,
fine. I'm somewhat familiar with contracts.
I figured that.
Yeah,
And
that type of
course,
contract, I have no idea.
well, we did have to do it in hell. That's true. We would probably need to go to a demonologist or something.
Celtic?
Yeah.
Does Leah know what hell is?
That's a funny question.
Well, elves are atheistic.
Yeah.
And Leah
So
believes in nature, so
I will make a roll to see, because you've talked to travelers going through the forest, right?
yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll to see if anybody's ever mentioned it. All right, you've never heard of hell before, and so
Yeah.
you have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, hell is just another village or city somewhere else. Okay.
Yep.
Funny,
Oh
funny
my
point.
God.
Kind of go off on a tangent here. When Celtic told me elves are atheist, I'm a half elf, so my mother's atheist.
Also, the
It's
idea
been
of
interesting.
being the idea of being an atheist in a god where and in a fucking world where clerics and paladins exist is fucking baffling to me.
Oh, I think
I'll come one day about it.
how you worded it to me was they just don't they know there's a being that's higher. They just think it's a higher sorcerer or something like that. Is what I think. Is
They
what it was.
believe that there's beings who are more powerful than your average wizard, because there used to be a time when people were, able to cast like 15th level spells, and they believe that clerics and paladins just use a different type of magic than they're able to access.
It's a little bit more viable than the last
Oh,
atheist in a fucking courtesy world.
so are you guys planning on asking that question here, or
What difference?
You are having this talk in front of her, right? She will say, well, if you, whatever question you wish to ask will have to be done at night.
we will?
So you do
decide what
have
we need to do.
time to think about it.
Sorry, we're openly discussing this right in front of your property.
We've
This
heard
is a-
worse.
Yeah, I figured you have.
Be here. And
Yep.
you guys head back to the temple?
How long has? Yeah, it's been only like a few minutes, I believe.
still go back to the temple actually because I need to pick something up.
So you are going to the temple?
Yep.
Okay. So you leave and you head back to the temple. You make your way in. You go inside. You do not see. Why did my notes change? Norn?
Norn, indeed.
Yeah,
yes.
Norn.
You do not see him at all, but there are people. He was wearing like a white robe. Other people are walking around in gray robes. So if you wish, you can approach one of them.
I'll walk up to one and be, excuse me, are you an acolyte for this temple?
I am. Is there any way I can help you?
Yes. First of all, because I'm curious, vaguely, what is this temple? The god here. What is his domain exactly?
He is deity of nature and tempest. Controls, the rains, clouds, storms. He's very popular among sailors.
Ah, well, this is going to be a very fun request. Do you happen to have any holy water on you and potentially a font in which I could pour it into?
We do not have it on us, but we have the abilities to make water holy.
That would be wonderful if you could do that.
I do not know where Norrin went, but it would have to be him who takes care of it.
Would it be is it rude to ask to commission holy water? I don't know. I'm not a very religious person. I don't know if you can tell.
He kind of glances up at your head, and
Yeah.
we've done it before. It's not unheard of. It's usually by people who intend to use it to take care of evil things. He says as he glances at your horns again.
Ah, yes, the shade.
No offense. I just don't want to offend you. It's usually used against devils and demons.
Well,
And then
yes.
undead things too.
Does it? Weird question. Does it actually have an effect on tieflings?
Your blood is not exactly pure enough that it would. No.
Okay. Fantastic. If I could get some, I have a friend who is desperately in need of it. Not the one we delivered to you, a different one.
Yes. If you come back later tonight, I see if I can find him by then, and I think he usually charges 25 gold for it.
I'll have that money ready for you by that time. Thank you for your consideration.
It is no problem. Anything else I can do?
No,
Is
sir.
there any word on our friend?
As far as I know, no.
Okay.
Is that who Norn's taking care of?
Yeah, the one that's plucking away and building random nests and jumping.
It gives me more of an idea of where to find him then. Well, may the gods bless you. I will see to it. And he gives a bow and waits a minute and see if you have anything else to say, and then turns and walks away. Well, he waits a second.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
All right. Well, as you guys head to the docks, Ava, you are sitting there, and you are here, right, Ava?
Yes.
You're sitting there, and he just seems to be doing all these different kind of spells on you and stuff. And this is very strange. There doesn't seem to be anything here. Are you sure do you feel okay?
I feel fine. This is not this does not make near as good of a nest as I was making earlier.
Yes, I see. He leans over, and you have your reed lips ability, right?
Yes.
And he seems to say, I think she's just crazy. I'm not sure we can fix her brain. And the other one,
I'm not crazy. There's nothing crazy about me.
I'm sorry, I was not aware I said that aloud.
Oh god, I can hear it from that temple.
Oh my god.
This is what heartbreak does.
If you are wanting to, I think we're done here.
Oh, so I can go back to the nest I was making.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
you
good.
can.
She like rips out some of the straw that's in this bed that she was in and puts it in her backpack, and she's like, I'm taking this. This is make great bedding for my nest."
I'm sure it will.
And she heads on out.
All right. And as you're walking out, you can hear him say, "Nor, please bless this special child." And you walk out, and as you're doing so, you can see your friends walking out the main doors of the temple, leaving. Nothing you wish to do with them?
No, I'm gonna go to my nest.
All right. So you guys, you leave, and you have to head out this way. I guess you can walk down the hill if you want, but you follow that road out, and it eventually loops around these trees you see here, and it goes down, and there's a very wide path that kind of goes down, and you can see a dock sitting out there with a bunch of ships currently docked at it. Some are small, some are big. Tons of boats, and seems to be a little town here, like a handful of buildings scattered around.
Yep.
Even if there's a ship there at all.
All right, so you head down, you walk around, you do manage to find people kind of scattered about taking care of things. First one you walk up to, he seems to be carrying like some boards over his shoulder and a bucket that seems to have a hammer and some very large nails in it. Greetings. Looking for a ship, you say?
Correct.
Depends on where you're going. I think that's when he kind of points over in a direction. I think they might be leaving a couple days to head that way. Right, you guys make your way over there? Okay. So you walk your way through the docks over to the ship. As you walk up, you see it says the Heart of Oak on the stern of it. And as you come up, you can see that they are currently loading down into the belly of the ship what looks to be like crates and barrels and sacks and stuff. They got a crane that they're using, rope going down. Eventually, somebody sees you and, hey, is there anything we can do for you? Yeah, right now we're just loading up some grain. You'd have to talk to the captain if you're looking for passage. I believe they were back up at the tavern.
What does he look like?
His name is Brun. He's kind of tan-skinned fellow, missing an arm. Kind of easy to spot.
I
Don't know, have you?
Or a one-man arm named Brun before. No.
I think we'd know if we did. I wait for Ava to unfuck her mind. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, how long until you guys set sail?
A couple days time.
Okay.
Do you have okay? What would it cost to get?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. It's late. I'm
Do we need to
tired.
take you to the temple, Arvio?
No, I have. I'm sorry. I blanked out.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and go talk to
No problem.
the captain. And then, guess if we don't have anything else to do, I'll just start walking back.
Mm-hmm.
No.
All right, so you make your way up. At this point, it's a little probably past noon. At this point, you head back. You guys, as you sorry, I'm on the wrong map here. Just trying to figure stuff out. So you're heading from here back into town, and so you get here, and you can see, lo and behold, up there next to the tavern, sitting in their nest, is Ava.
What the? It. I,
We can't find out what's wrong with her.
I'd reckon the latter. Oh my god, what if she actually is just mental and he rejected her, made her go full cuckoo, literally?
Play on words. Yeah.
Rejecting? I'm like, have a son!
And at that point, Leah takes 2 steps back.
I did nothing! I did nothing!
I stand in between Leah and Arvio.
What
As
are
a guarding
you
posture.
doing? Stress increases.
So you guys walk up, Ava. You see these funny-looking humans, what looks to be humans, walking towards you.
Oh god. Ava, are you alright?
Does she still look like Ava?
She is nesting in the nest.
She does indeed still look like Ava.
Can I do an insight check to see if she's messing around or not?
Sure. Go ahead and roll that insight. You see Ava sitting there, kind of pecking around, sitting in the nest, just clucking at you like a chicken.
Hmm.
Does not seem to be, as you kind of like watch her face, any sense of humor on it.
Okay.
Speak with animals.
Ava, are you okay?
Hear you clucking.
Can I understand Ava with this?
It just sounds like
Oh.
she's clucking.
Oh. I turn to group and say, that's weird. Usually works. Like beforehand, you kind of could, like you saw Leah kind of putting her like hand to her lips and then started like clocking back at Ava, and there's like, oh, for some reason it doesn't work.
Ava, you feel a sudden urge to puff up your chest and run towards Leah and try to pin her to the ground.
So Ava comes charging at you, Leah,
Uh-huh.
and she, about 3 feet away from you, she just jumps at you and
Can I make
attempts-
a reaction of some sort?
Yeah? What you do is she runs and jumps.
I'll try to kind of roll off the way, kind of to the side,
Okay, you can give me a dexterity saving throw, and then
Oh boy.
I'll say it hits.
Okay.
So you're all of a sudden getting pinned to the ground by Ava.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Okay, this is no.
Let's start breaking it up.
And Ava begins pecking at you with her mouth.
Just
Okay.
about headbutting. This
Okay.
point.
Yeah, basically headbutting you.
I tolerated my hair, but it didn't feel fucking right.
Yeah,
Dunk.
it tangled.
I'm very upset.
Strength
me a
saving
strength.
throw.
Yep. Need to beat a 16. Okay.
She
Yep.
is entangled.
So as you're sitting there pecking, trying to attack because you feel challenged by this person for some reason, clucking at you, all of a sudden these vines just come out and just wrap around you.
Now stay where you are.
Okay.
And she starts. Have you ever seen a chicken that's been grabbed and doesn't want to be held? She just starts screeching this horrible screeching sounds and struggles.
Can I do a guts check to see if she's just having a mental break or something? Like,
At 3rd level. Remove
Right.
curse.
She continues doing what she's doing, and you can give me a gut check if you wish, Arvio.
okay, because I need to. What is happening here? Just.
You are seeing this person who you've not known for a long time, but known long enough that this is not usual behavior, all of a sudden just acting insane. You've gone through the process now. You took her to the temple. Of course, you don't know why she's not at the temple. You talked to some different sources about what could be causing it, and at this point, you've watched Awen use Remove Curse, and you've dispelled magic, and neither of those had an effect. So you think something a lot deeper.
Okay, this is.
If
That
is true,
possible.
I start searching Ava for an item.
What do you have on you, Ava?
She may or may not have.
All right. So as you are searching her, you do find a small knife. You find a map. You find a pet mouse somehow hidden away. You find a token. You find her quiver is not on her. You do, upon decent searching, able to find 2 daggers stashed away, as well as her thieves' tools. You find a piece of string, 2 flasks of oil, some candles, a crowbar, a hammer, pittance, a hooded lantern, some rations, a tinder box, a water skin, a hempen rope, of course her armor that she's wearing. There is a weird potion that has a sliver of a fingernail in it, a bagpipe somehow she's carrying. She also found her sack full of cabbages, which she has 13 of them left.
How did she manage to carry all that?
Where the hell was his mouse at?
Probably in the bag of cabbages.
Around her neck is an amulet of a dragon head. She also has in her bag stashed a gold inlaid cloak and a dragon mask, and a second medallion around. No, that would be in one of her pockets. Is a medallion, and the folded up cloth that you guys should know is the portable hole.
Ava, when you see the mouse, you want to eat it. You are still restrained, but you can use action and a strength check to get out if you want.
Yes, I was thinking at one point would I try to eat my own mouse, but I think this is it. And yeah. You see me trying to bite at the mouse as you pull it out of my pockets. Hungrily, not like a Not like a vicious thing. It just I look like I'm a hungry animal.
Great. Unless, player, do you want it? I don't want to fuck with you, really. Just leave us alone. Arvio. Shitload of cabbages.
Ava?
Oh, and lots of gold. She's got lots of gold. You guys, I think, saw me take everything that I have. I don't think there's anything on me that's like newish.
You were saying something.
The
Ava?
newest thing is the portable hole, but
Does Grim say anything about this is all her stuff that she's been carrying? I guess, yeah. Okay, so nothing out of ordinary then.
the token Grim, you would know that that's something that. Well, actually, no. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else. The token is something that you would have seen her from the beginning pull out every once in a while and look at. It's
As you guys are sitting there digging through this, if you wish to try to make another escape, Ava, you can. And
of course she would. She's going to continue to struggle against the bonds.
It is only 1 minute, by the way. So
yeah,
Don't
full,
worry, at the end of this, I'll just tell her. You suggested to tell her to sit down and stop talking. Oh.
That's what I was gonna ask. He delves more into magic than I do.
Let me do a quick scan because this is some goof shit. Yeah, and that potion there is weird. I don't remember where she got that from.
Cool.
Don't put that in your mouth before I scan it, you
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
idiot.
You can. Ava, you are free.
Ava takes off running like a bat out of hell. Her arms flailing at her sides as she just runs off to the north.
I have a question.
Okay.
Before you do that, can you do a wisdom save as RVO uses a spell slot and says sit down and shut up?
I do not understand you, therefore it doesn't work.
No.
how far are you getting away?
That is correct, Sotik, right? I no longer understand them.
That is correct.
Okay.
I don't know how the spell works though.
The spell, I have to be able to understand them in order for the spell to work.
Gotcha.
I looked it up when he said he was going to do that.
Okay.
So it fizzles as Ava runs full bore, and as all of you know, she can run 90 feet a second, 90 feet around.
Okay, that's good.
I'm just blowing
Another entangled.
spots
90
today.
feet. No, you don't.
He's doing a tangle again, huh? Okay.
Nope. You're staying right there.
As Ava falls down.
All right, you do move a little bit.
I cast.
Arvio, could you hurry up? There's only so long I can hold her.
I know. One moment. I cast detect magic, just seeing what fuckery is going on here.
So the medallion glows. There's the cloak of elvenkind glows. I'm sure the potion glows. I don't know what I honestly don't even know what that is. Her armor that she's wearing just glows.
Currently still on you, but everything else.
Yes, currently still on me.
You can also give me a strength check if you want to use your action to try to break out.
as she continues to struggle.
Look at this black cloth looking thing.
I'm going to use an action to determine what kind of magic is coming off. Okay, so it was the medallion, it was the cloak, and the potion.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to look at that potion because that might be a weird thing. What kind of magic is coming off of that? What school?
I don't even know what potion this is, Sotik. I hope you remember.
I remember what it is.
Okay. I never figured it out.
I'll be a potion of strength or something.
So it is. There's an alteration, school of alteration coming off of it.
All right. Double checking the amulet because I'm pretty sure that's divination.
Divination.
But if it's something else,
No, it's divination. I can tell you that.
I'm checking.
It's divination.
You check it, it's divination.
Okay. And
I think you identified it.
I
Arvia.
did, but sometimes cursed items can be falsely identified. Like a bag of devouring, there's sometimes there's a chance that it can be identified as.
She continues to
bag of-
struggle. She's making quite a loud scene here. So
Oh my god.
lots of chicken squawking at. I mean, I don't want to make the
Yeah.
noises in Discord at this point. You guys get the idea.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I mean,
Whenever you want to make a action to save, just make it.
I'm giving them a few. Every.
Seconds, yeah.
Yeah,
I figure 6 seconds going by is.
I legitimately have no idea what's wrong with her.
Just completely failing these rolls. Look at this.
we know your counter.
I turn to them. It's like I have
you are
no-
now free.
There is nothing magic.
She starts sprinting again,
I'm
screaming,
protesting
and
it again.
Oh my god.
and I am using a hero point, and she resists. Or is it? How does that work? How does that hero point work? I get to roll twice.
So you roll and you add onto it.
How much do I get to add on to it?
I'm looking real quick.
Your
And,
level, I think.
so you make an ability check or saving throw. You can spend a hero point after the roll is made, but before any of the results are applied. Spending the hero points allows the player to roll a d6 and add it to the 20.
No, it doesn't matter. I still fail.
Right?
Okay.
Well, you do make it a few feet before you get entangled.
Oh, I didn't use Tangled again. I didn't use it for the third time.
Oh,
You
you
did
didn't?
No, I'm not using it for the third time yet. No.
Oh,
Okay.
well then she is streaking north into the woods.
Yeah, that's why I didn't post it in the chat. I'm not using it for the third time.
Loud screeching chicken screaming.
Oh my god. Alright.
You guys are now standing there with the contents of her inventory, looking over stuff.
On the floor.
Yeah, and I'm watching her just running north, making all these
Mario.
screeching sounds.
About the only
What?
thing that you don't have is her armor and her crossbows were not on her.
Yeah, it was in the room. Yeah.
I didn't. That seemed.
Okay, so the cloak of Elvenkind is with her. The gold inlaid cloak was in her pouch, not on her.
What's this black thing? And I'm gonna start looking at it.
You were there when she folded that up, right?
Yeah, I know it unfolds, so I'll unfold it and kind of see what the hell it is, because nobody said anything about
It
it.
unfolds into
Foldable
a
hole.
6-foot diameter or radius, I forget.
I think it's diameter.
Diameter,
Yeah.
yeah. A piece of just giant black cloth. If you wish, you can lay it on the ground.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, now you're looking into a hole on the ground. Or in the
Hell,
ground, I guess.
Harvey, do you know anything about this?
Oh yeah, that's a portable hole. I found my son in it. It's not, don't go into it. It only
What does
it has
it do?
well. You can store things in it, and then you fold it up and you put it in your pocket. Mind you,
Oh.
it has very limited air, so
Well, if it has an ability to store stuff, I think we should put all of our stuff back into this so we're not carrying it around.
It's not a terrible idea. Although we should hang on. I check over everything once more for conjuration. Magic. Okay, we're
As he
good.
looks, he's just throwing it into the hole.
Just like I take the shovel. I just kind of like just into the hole.
But yeah, if that's the case, then I will put all of her stuff that's on the contents.
Right.
Goddamn. Into the portable hole. And I guess I will hold on to it, or somebody else wants to. I don't think putting this in a bag of holding is a good idea.
Do not put that in a bag of holding.
Why not?
Because they're both spatial anomalies. I don't know if it does the same thing, but
So,
what happens
yeah.
when two anomalies like that tend to
But does
overlap? one
RVO know
another?
this?
Okay, I feel like I've already done the wisdom for like the check for like the bag of devouring. Yeah, so would you like me to roll an Arcana again?
Sure. Yeah, I'll say that you know that.
Okay,
Okay.
so if two things that are like pocket dimensions sort of fold in on one another, it sort of sucks everything into the astral plane, and then everything organic in there dies. So, do not put that in the bag of holding.
So you're telling me if we put, what happens if you dispel it? Will all the contents come out of it?
With the 24, what do I know? Because Brandon doesn't know that. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say you don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Hmm.
then where are we? Are we?
Probably
we
not a good
either-
idea to do it then.
No, it's either all of those items are now shoved into the astral plane or something, or we now have a useless thing in our hands, and all of this shit is scattered across the grass.
Okay, well, I'll just put it in my backpack, I guess.
Yes.
Damn. Just kind of curious.
So,
I'm gonna talk to myself in Elvish, and Celtic I will pray.
Okay.
Basically I will say, the person that watches over me, I seek your wisdom. Please help me.
Can I see if can I see if I can hear that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not being quiet about it, right?
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
that's
you
fine.
hear him praying.
Okay.
You hear a voice. It comes back to you and says, "What can I help you with?"
Do you know what is happening to the companion Ava?
Just outside of my realms.
And you guys, I'm looking in one direction, and then I turn around, I'm looking at a different direction, like I'm talking to somebody.
And you guys do not hear anything talking back to him. You just hear him talking. The
You
only
know,
one that can understand it, I believe, is gonna be Leah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then you understand him too.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to Grim and I'm like, I feel like we've been here before. Have we been here before? Okay, great. I'm glad I'm not the only one in this boat.
Ilya is kind of giving. Ilya is kind of giving you this look like. That was the weird one.
The voice says to you, "There are many things that go on in the planes of existence. Things that are beyond mortal capability."
Yeah, I figured. We're just in a rut really bad. We tried taking her to the temple. It didn't work.
You
tried
can
removing-
always try a wish spell.
You have any idea where I can acquire as such spell?
You hear a laughing voice. Not really.
Figured as much.
I would not be too concerned about it, though. the fates seem to have a way of bringing what needs to be done to its place.
Fair enough. Thank you for your guidance.
Besides, you have bigger goals.
Yeah, I know. And
Say, they said something about going to the hells, right?
yeah. Do you know
Never
anything
been
about that?
myself. No, but I hear that the greater devils hold items of great power. Could aid us.
Could, but I'm not too keen on the devil.
Just kill them and take them.
I could do that.
And you watch as just fades away.
And I'll kind of slightly bow, and then that's it.
Alright, so you guys are all standing here. Ava just ran away after you guys seemingly stripped her down and tied her up with some vines out of the ground.
Oh.
You make
Before-
it sound so
just-
much worse
just-
than it was.
Just a second. Just before you guys, it goes out of view. You do see that her armor seems to, and it does seem to be an illusionary type of effect. Her armor turns into a bunch of feathers.
I figured you were planning on doing that. That's great.
Heavens above. Okay.
But you now, the four of you, minus Ava, now all find yourselves standing outside the tavern, watching Awen talk to himself, only two of you able to understand him. And we will go ahead and end the session here for the night.
Well, that happened.
Yep.
I expect all my friends to leave me, but this is a new way of doing it.
Yeah. Might as well get all the weird stuff out of the way.
This is literally the one session where nothing went wrong but weird chicken shit happened.